Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Today is April 21st, 2013, and I'm here to proudly present our new special report on the history of the Populist Party. I hope you enjoy.
In our hearts and wings on our heels.
Hello, Mr. Farmer. What do you think of the Populist Party?
I don't know.
Hey! Hello, America. We are here at the Dakota Convention of the Populist Party, and we are now walking about to head in. This is where the biggest thing in America is coming right now. We're going to take a look inside to see what is going on. As you can see, a lot of people here. Many farmers. They've been working extremely hard. Have a lot of problems in America. And here we have one populist farmer. Hello. What is your name?
I'm Felicia.
Hi, Felicia. And you are a Populist Party member?
Not exactly sure what a Populist Party member is.
Okay, as you can see, even though she's attending this populist movement, she has no idea what she's talking about. What do you stand for, ma'am?
Equal rights.
Equal rights, whatever that means. Thank you very much. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Chris O'Reilly, and with me today, we have three special guests. Let them introduce themselves.
I'm Texas from South Dakota. I'm Ricky Bobby from Wisconsin.
Hi, I'm Jordan W. Bush from Texas.
And all these three men are from the Populist Party. Starting with you, Texas. What is the populist movement? What do you hope to achieve?
The populist movement is a coalition of people, mainly farmers, that started to make a more fair life for people that are not as wealthy as other more fortunate people that live in the country.
Now, let me just say, we want to point out here that we do not like the wealthy people. That is not what we're going for. We're trying to rise up against them in this situation. The farmers. It's all about the farmers and the workers here. I just want to make that clear.
And you, Ricky Bobby, what do you have to say?
I don't know.
Oh, you don't know?
I'm a good friend with George W. Bush right here.
We go back.
We go back a long ways, back to college days. And, he said it was a good cause, so I'd like to join.
What are the problems in America right now that you and your party hope to achieve?
I think what Ricky Bobby's trying to say is that the wealthy have too much power in today's society.
Yeah.
And we need to uprise. We need change, movement. The way things are just can't be.
Texas, I know you're really into this kind of fact-based things. Could you tell us a little about what you guys hope to achieve?
Yeah. So, one of the main proponents of populism is that we're going to start free coinage of silver and issue large amounts of paper currency to help the farmers pay off their debts.
See, the problem here is, again, it comes down to the wealthy people. It's all the wealthy people's fault. They give us these loans that we can't pay. So now what we want to do is we want to print money and lower the value of these currencies. And that way our debt isn't as great. And then we can pay it off. And then the farmers can run.
Mr. Ricky Bobby, I heard you had some interest in railroads. What is your opinion on the matter?
Oh, well, by nationalizing the railroads, we essentially lowered the cost of transportation in the country, making it more accessible for the less wealthy people, the more public people, to travel around the country.
Very good point. Very valid.
Mr. Bush, on the matter of taxes, how do you approach it, and how is it different from what we have today?
Well, what we're looking for now is we want a graduated tax scale where the wealthy people pay a larger percentage than the less fortunate people. And that way it's only fair. Those who make more money benefit more from the country, so they should pay more taxes, pay their share. And that's really what we're looking for here, is to help the lower class be able to make a life for themselves, and to help make sure that the upper class is paying their fair share.
And what are the problems, Mr. Texas? What are the problems that the farmers here today are facing the populist movement is representing?
After the Depression of 1891, there was a sharp decrease in the income of farmers, while the cost of living and keeping your farm successful in making it run properly increased. So they had a hard time keeping up with costs, and as a an effect of that was that farmers created a large amount of debt, which a lot of them are still in.
I'm still in debt.
It's a tough situation for the farmers indeed. What do you guys hope to get out of it?
Well, I think we're looking for economic fairness between the upper and lower class, as well as an honest democratic process. I think right now we don't feel that we're being treated fairly, and I think that's what we're looking for: honest democracy.
The rich get richer, the poor get poorer.
I don't think that's what we're going for. Nice try, though. Nice try.
Farmers. Sir, what is your party going to do in order to bring about change?
Well, first of all, we have a convention in Omaha, Nebraska with over 1,000 delegates. Many alliances have been formed before this party began, but this is the first time we are organizing on a national scale. The national election was held, and we had our candidate James B. Weaver running for our party. We received over 1 million votes and 22 electoral votes. We also were able to elect 5 U.S. senators, 10 congressmen, and 3 governors. This is just the beginning of the rise of a great party.
Thank you, sir. And what do you hope to accomplish, sir?
In the state elections that we have won, we've established an impressive reform record that has included railroad, banking legislation, and increased funding for our public schools.
Hello, America. I'm here with Mr. Barclay, head of Barclays Bank. Sir, why do you oppose the Populist Party?
The Populist Party supports 1, the graduated income tax, and 2, government control of all railroads, telephones, and telegraphs. And in my opinion, both of those are detrimental to the economy. First of all, the graduated income tax means that the wealthy pay a higher percentage of the income, and the government shouldn't punish the wealthy just because they're rich. And also, the government control of railroads, telephones, and telegraphs is inefficient because if the government owns them, they're like a monopoly. If they let the private companies own them, then they would compete for the best service, and they would ultimately produce a better product.
Right, basis of capitalism. Thank you very much for your input.
There's labor that's being sit upon. There's a box that says mortgages. There's really fat guys, and they represent like rich people. Yeah, and there's like, well, no, I don't know, maybe. And there's a slave. Yeah, there's a slave under it, and the rich people are sitting on like the taxes and like mortgages, so like rich people control all the stuff. That's high taxes. There's a big guy. Oh, that's the government. That looks like the democracy. And then like the common man, I guess, is trying to like lift it.
So you think he's trying to help the slave?
Yeah, he's trying to help the slave because of the fat rich.
Hello, I'm here with Mr. Showalter. Mr. Showalter, can you explain to us the influence of the populist movement?
Sure, yeah. For one thing, they introduced ideas of initiative, referendum, and recall. In summary, initiative was when a member of the public wishes for the law to be passed, they write the law, then they must get a certain amount of signatures from the registered voters to have the proposed law put on the ballot for the next election. All the voters can vote to decide whether or not the law should be passed. Recall is like an initiative, but the issue to be decided is whether or not an elected official should be removed from the office immediately before the next election. Referendum is when the public has the opportunity to vote on a certain issue, like whether or not to build a new stadium at public expense.
Great. Thank you very much.
Hello, I'm here with Professor Botkin of the University of Oxford, and he is here talking a little about the Populist Party. Can you tell us about the influence of the Populist movement?
Sure, Chris, anytime. So the Populist Party has had a pretty big influence on today's system of government, whether or not many people realize it. One of the most important things that they did was they took what used to be a Senate elected by the government, and it's now elected by the people. So that was a very big change that they influenced. It was mostly their ideas that brought that to the political system. Also, another thing that another idea that they came up with was the graduated tax system. That was also their idea, and with that they were able to raise the taxes on the wealthy and keep the taxes lower on the less fortunate. And again, incredibly change that they brought to the government, and that was all their idea.
Thank you very much.
Anytime.
Dr. Strome.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you, sir?
Sorry I'm late.
It's alright. It's alright. I'm just here to ask you, how has the populist movement influenced us?
Well, they demanded universal use of the secret ballot to prevent employer influence. This was because employers would bribe or threaten them with their jobs. This wasn't a good example of democracy, and as a result, we demanded the secret ballot. The last state to adopt the secret ballot, or secret Australian ballot, was Kentucky in 1891.
Thank you very much. As you can see, the populist movement influenced us greatly today, and even though they were not able to get onto a national scale, they still influenced us in many different ways.